What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the May 9th edition of the NBA or NBA and MLB Bet Pro video. I'm your host, Adam Scherer. You can follow me on Twitter at ShipMyMoneyDFS. We have two NBA playoff games tonight to go along with 10 MLB games this evening. So we're going to walk through some of the best prop bets, try and make some money. If you're not familiar with this tool, it is a prop betting model that uses our DFS projections for NBA and MLB. So the same projections that have allowed us to have a lot of success in the DFS industry. We're applying the prop betting, and you can use the model to quickly see where the best places to place your money are, or if you are just looking on a specific book, what the best options are on that book. And so we're going to walk through some of those. But first, make sure you are subscribed to the OddsShopper YouTube channel. Also, be sure to hit the thumbs up button below this video. It helps us out quite a bit. Now, starting on BetMGM with Kevin Durant, under 8.5 rebounds tonight at minus 115 against Denver. This is a tough spot for Phoenix going back into Denver. We know Denver has a massive home court advantage due to the altitude, and they just play really, really well at home. So we like the under 8.5 rebounds for Durant. He projects for 7.4 tonight at minus 115. That gives us a 57% chance of winning and a 6% expected return. We recommend wagering 5.4% of your bankroll. That is the SBET percentage here, and it's defined down in the glossary below. And you can expect your bankroll to grow by 0.23% if you wager the recommended amount. Looking at Caesars, once again, Kevin Durant under 8.5 rebounds here at minus 111. So if you can make this bet on BetMGM instead, you're better off doing it at Caesars as opposed to BetMGM, getting a little bit better price there. Still the top bet at BetMGM if you are only betting on that site, but it's the top bet at Caesars as well. 8% expected return there compared to 6% at BetMGM. That goes to show you the difference in even a little bit of getting a little bit of a better price. That's why this best bets tab comes in handy. That's why using this tool is so effective and why it's important to keep money on multiple books. Moving beyond Durant, you have Devin Booker under 31.5 points at plus 100, projects for 27.6 points tonight. He has played out of his mind in this series. Obviously, it could continue. You have Kevin Durant pulling attention away from him, and Booker is one of the best shot makers in the NBA, but he also simply cannot keep playing at the level he's been playing at. So he does project to go under here, gives us a 54% chance of winning and an 8% expected return, 5.9% recommended wager amount, and you can expect your bankroll to grow by 0.31%. This is a spot where if you bet the under on Devin Booker points, I recommend just finding something else to do tonight, not watching the game, because rooting for Devin Booker not to score points for 4 quarters does not sound like a good time, but we do have it as a profitable bet here. Now, before we move over to DraftKings and FanDuel, we are still offering a 7-day free trial of the Bet Pro model. This includes not only NBA, but MLB. So if you haven't taken advantage yet, I recommend signing up soon. Get the maximum value that you can while we're still having 2 NBA games frequently. We still have NBA going on in general. Once NBA wraps up, you're just talking MLB. So while it is still valuable, it's not as valuable as when you have 2 sports going. That goes without saying. So sign up as soon as you can if you haven't already. You get a 7-day free trial. We think you'll like it. We think you'll stick around. Should help you make some money, but maximize your value soon while NBA is still going. Moving over to DraftKings, Kevin Durant once again at the top, under 8.5 rebounds at that same minus 115 line as we had on Caesars. Next, we have Tyrese Maxey over 2.5 assists at plus 125. You'll see that he is highlighted in yellow. That's because Joel Embiid is listed as questionable. Fully expect Embiid to play, but also for this bet, don't really care because we're taking the over. Embiid is projected in, and we still have Maxey projected for 3.8 assists. So even if Embiid were to sit, it's only going to look, better for Maxey. He's going to play more minutes, have the ball in his hands more, all of that. But even with Embiid projected in, over 2.5 assists at plus 125, he projects for 3.8, gives us a 47% chance of winning, a 6% expected return. We recommend wagering 3.8% of your bankroll. You can expect it to grow by 0.16%. And finally, wrapping things up on FanDuel with James Harden, under 22.5 points at minus 122. Now, this is a bet that if you're not confident Embiid is going to play, you should not take, because if Embiid sits, this 18.9 point projection for Harden is certainly going to increase, but it's very likely Embiid is going to play. I'm comfortable treating it as if he will, and so this bet does look good. 58% chance of winning, 7% expected return. Recommend wagering 6.4% of your bankroll, and you can expect it to grow by 0.3%. If you're not comfortable taking that one, next up is Devin Booker under 32.5 points, 5% expected return. So a lower return than the under 31.5 at even money on Caesars, but still a profitable bet regardless. If you have done, if you've gotten enough of betting Devin under bookers and you aren't confident Embiid's going to play, third up is Jason Tatum under 4.5 assists at plus 110. He projects for 4.2, gives you a 50% chance of winning and a 6% expected return. Now, we are going to flip over to the MLB best bets, but first, I do want to recap what we've just talked about with NBA, starting with BetMGM, under 8.5 rebounds for Kevin Durant at minus 115. On Caesars, under 31.5 points for Devin Booker at even money. Also, if you have the choice between betting the Kevin Durant rebounds on BetMGM or Caesars, take it on Caesars. You get a better price, get a better expected return. On DraftKings, Tyrese Maxey over 2.5 assists at plus 125. And on FanDuel, James Harden under 22.5 points at minus 122, assuming that you do expect Joel Embiid to play as I do. Now, flipping over to the MLB best bet side, while we're waiting for that to load, keep in mind, if you are someone that does not currently have a bankroll on multiple books and you are looking to have one, check the pinned comment below this video. We have sign-up links and deposit bonuses for all of the books mentioned. Not only is that going to put some money in your pocket right out of the gate, it's also going to allow you to shop lines. Perfect example is that Caesars and BetMGM and DraftKings line on Kevin Durant, where if you are only betting DraftKings or you're only betting BetMGM, you're going to take Kevin Durant at minus 115. It's a profitable bet, but it's not as profitable as minus 111 on Caesars. Over time, it seems small, but over time that adds up. If you can turn a 6% expected return into 8% consistently, that's going to put money in your pocket. And knowing that in general, sports betting lines are sharp, that is really, really important to take advantage of the best prices you can get. So if you haven't checked out those sign up links and deposit bonuses, do that. Help yourself out. You'll make not only get some money immediately, but you'll make more money over time by being able to shop lines. Now, looking at some of the overall best bets for baseball using the best bets tab here. Again, this is a tab that will be really useful to you if you deposit on multiple books and maintain a bankroll on multiple sites. You can see here at the top across all books, BetMGM over 4.5 total strikeouts for Logan Webb at minus 165 gives you a 12% expected return. We recommend wagering 15% of your bankroll there. Obviously, if you are more risk averse, you can scale that back a bit. But at that recommended wager amount, you expect your bankroll to grow by about 1.3%. On FanDuel, George Kirby under 6.5 total strikeouts at minus 136 gives you a 13% expected return. On Caesars, Daniel Vogelbach over half of a total base at minus 135 has an 11% expected return. Over on Underdog, Louis Varland over 4.5 total strikeouts at minus 122 gives you an 11% expected return. Bet Rivers is giving us Jack Flaherty under 6.5 total strikeouts at minus 157 against the Cubs for a 10% expected return. There's a lot of good baseball bets out there. It's it's often that you're going to see higher expected returns in MLB than you are NBA. Looks like the top DraftKings bet is over half of the total base for Chris Taylor tonight against Eric Lauer with a 10% expected return there. So there's a lot to like from the MLB side. Be sure to take advantage of that 7-day free trial. Check it out. We think you'll like it. We think you'll stick around. But that's all I have for you today. Good luck on your bets. Enjoy tonight's games. And thanks for checking out the video, everyone.